I stood in the glass hallway outside my wife's office, holding a thin envelope between my fingers. It felt sharp, like it could cut my skin if I squeezed too hard. Maya Bell stood beside me, tablet hugged to her chest. She kept her eyes on the floor. Is she ready to see me? I asked. Maya cleared her throat. She's been expecting you. Funny, I said. She hasn't answered my calls. Maya's lips pressed into a line. I'm sorry, Evan. I looked at the envelope. What's this? She hesitated. It's documentation. That's not an answer. Her voice dropped. Please don't open it here. I laughed once. It came out wrong. If it's bad news, I'd rather bleed in public. She didn't stop me. I slid a finger under the flap and pulled out a single sheet of paper. My eyes scanned it once, then again, then slower. Severance package. Amount, $70. I blinked. Is this a joke? Maya finally looked up. Her eyes were shiny. No, $70, I said. Not 70,000. She shook her head. Not 700. No, just 70. Yes. I laughed again, louder this time. People down the hall turned to stare. Wow, I said. She really went all out. Evan, Maya whispered, maybe you should go inside. The door opened before I could answer. Cassandra Vale sat behind her desk, posture perfect, hair smooth, face calm. She looked at me like I was late to a meeting, not married to her for 5 years. Sign it, she said. That's it, I asked. No hello. This doesn't need to be emotional, she replied. I stepped into the office. The door closed behind me with a soft click. Was I ever your husband? I asked. Or just a phase you outgrew? Her eyes didn't move. This is business. I felt something crack in my chest. You fired me by email. I followed protocol. You married me without one. She folded her hands. You're not an employee anymore, Evan. Was I ever? A door behind her desk opened. Derek Shaw walked out, adjusting his cufflinks. He smiled like he owned the place. Maybe he did. Hey man, he said. Didn't know you were stopping by. I stared at him. You work fast. He shrugged. Opportunities don't wait. Cassandra didn't look at him. Derek, please. He leaned against the wall. It's fine. He deserves clarity. Clarity, I said. You're standing behind my wife while she hands me $70. Derek smiled wider. Clean exit. No drama. I turned back to Cassandra. You couldn't even tell me yourself? I'm telling you now, she said. While he watches? Her jaw tightened. Sign the paper. Why? I asked. Tell me why. She paused. Just for a second. Because it's necessary. For who? For the company. I nodded slowly. So I'm bad for profits now. This isn't about feelings, she said. It is for me. Derek chuckled. You'll land on your feet. Guys like you always do. I looked at him. Stay out of this. He raised his hands. Relax. I picked up the pen from Cassandra's desk. My hand shook. Did you ever love me? I asked. She met my eyes then. Love doesn't pay bills. The pen scratched against the paper. The sound felt loud. Final. There, I said, sliding it back. $70. Cassandra nodded. Security will walk you out. I laughed softly. Don't worry. I remember where the door is. I turned and walked out without looking back. Maya stood frozen as I passed. I'm sorry, she said again. So am I replied. The elevator ride down felt longer than my marriage. When the doors opened, I stepped outside and breathed in cold air. My phone buzzed in my pocket. One message. Unknown contact. Are you ready to come back? I sat in my car with the engine off, staring at the message until my hands stopped shaking. Are you ready to come back? I knew the contact. Victor Hale, the man who taught me quiet war. My phone rang. I answered. Why are you texting me? Victor's voice was calm. Because you finally got pushed. I'm not that man anymore, I said. He sighed. You keep saying that like it's a spell. I swallowed hard. Cassandra fired me. She didn't fire you, Victor said. She erased you. Don't say it like that. Say it how it is, he replied. What was the severance? $70, I muttered. Victor gave a short laugh with no humor. That's not severance. That's an insult. I stared at the dark glass of the office tower across the street. What do you want from me? I want you to open the box, he said. My fingers tightened around the phone. I buried the box. That's why you need to dig, he said. Storage unit. Now. I swore I'd never go back. Victor's tone sharpened. You swore a lot of things before you met her. I ended the call and drove. No music, no air, just the sound of my breath. The storage place sat behind old shops and streetlights. The gate still accepted my code. That made my stomach twist. Inside the unit, dust coated everything like ash. I flicked on the light. The bulb buzzed. The box waited in the corner. I knelt, opened it, and stared. A dusty laptop. Market notebooks packed with tight handwriting. And the cheap watch Victor gave me when I made my first million before I turned 25. I lifted the watch. The strap was cracked. The face was scratched. It still felt heavy in my palm, like a promise I never kept. "I'm sorry," I whispered. I tried to stay soft. My phone buzzed again. "Noah." I answered fast. "Talk to me." His voice came out broken. "Evan, I'm done." "Done with what?" I asked. "Rent," he said. "Life. Everything. They're kicking me out." "Where are you right now?" "Outside my building," he sniffed. "I went to Cassandra." My chest burned. "Why would you go to her?" "Because I thought she was family," he said, and the word family cracked on his tongue. Security laughed at me. Some suit told me to try harder. I shut my eyes. "Noah, I'm here." "No," he snapped. "You weren't. You were playing house while I drowned." His anger hit me harder than his tears. "You're right," I said. "I should have noticed sooner." He went quiet, breathing rough. I lowered my voice. "Listen, pack a bag. I'll cover it." "You can't," he said. "She took your job." "I still have me," I replied. "And that's enough." He hesitated. "Say it like you mean it." "I got you," I said. "I swear." Noah's voice softened. "Evan, are you going to do something stupid?" I looked at the watch. "I'm going to do something real." He whispered, "Just don't disappear." "I won't," I promised. "Not again." I hung up and sat on the cold concrete floor. The laptop stared back at me like a closed door. I could leave. I could pretend I was still the man Cassandra wanted. Then I heard her voice in my head. "This is business." I let out a low laugh. "Fine," I said. "Business." I locked the unit and drove to a diner off the highway. I chose the back booth, back to the wall, eyes on the door. Victor walked in 5 minutes later, coat plain, face unreadable. He slid into the seat like he already knew the ending. I didn't waste time. "Tell me what you know." Victor studied me. "You opened the box." "I did," I said. "And I hated it." "Good," he replied. "Hate is honest." "I don't want to be a monster," I said. Victor leaned in. "Then stop acting like prey." I flinched. "You think I'm weak." "I think you're pretending," he said. "Weak men don't survive what you did." I breathed out slow. "Why did they do it?" Victor's eyes stayed hard. "Because they're scared of what you really are." "Cassandra knows who I am," I said. Victor shook his head. "She knows the mask you wore at dinner parties." My voice dropped. "And Derek?" "Derek enjoys cruelty," Victor said. "But he doesn't build plans alone." Victor reached into his bag and slid a folder across the table. I stared at it. "What is that?" "Your obituary," he said. "On paper." I opened it. Emails. Dates. Calendar invites. My name used like a tool. Cassandra and Derek meeting without me, over and over, months back. My mouth went dry. They planned my exit. Victor's voice went quiet. "Now you understand." I looked up, anger steady, cold, awake. "What do I do?" Victor's eyes didn't blink. "You decide if you come back." I closed the folder and heard myself speak before fear could stop it. "I'm ready." Victor nodded once. "Then welcome home, Evan." I read the folder on my kitchen table until the sky turned pale. Each page felt like a bruise. My signature sat on documents I never touched, clean and perfect. Numbers moved, accounts shifted, risk buried under my name. By sunrise, my stomach was tight. I closed the folder. "So that's it," I told the room. I wasn't fired. I was framed. I shoved the folder in my backpack and went to the building. The lobby smelled like polished stone and expensive lies. Maya stood at reception, smiling at a client. When she saw me, her smile died. "Evan," she said softly, "you shouldn't be here." I walked closer, slow. "I'm not here to scream." Her eyes flicked around. "Please, not in front of people." I leaned in so only she could hear. $70. "Now tell me what this is." I pulled out a page and tapped my signature. Her throat moved. I tried to warn you." I held her gaze. "When?" "The night before the board meeting," she whispered. "I emailed you." Derek said you never read it. I never got it, I said. Maya's hand shook. He blocked it. Why are you helping me now? I asked. Guilt? Fear? Or both? Her breath hitched. I'm scared. Of me? I asked. Of Derek, she said. I kept my voice flat. What does he have on Cassandra? Maya's eyes watered. Something personal. Something that could destroy her. And Cassandra? I asked. She has something on the board, Maya said. From before she became CEO. She keeps it like a weapon. I felt heat climb my neck. So everyone's holding a knife. Maya nodded. And you're the one they chose to cut. A guard glanced our way. Maya straightened. I slipped the paper back into my bag. Look at me, I said. She did. If you're lying, I'll know, I told her. If you're trapped, say it. Maya swallowed. I'm trapped. I stepped back. Then survive. But don't stand in my way. I left and called Lena Park as I walked. She answered fast. Evan, I saw the post. Are you okay? No, I said. Can I come over? Now, she asked. Yes, I said. Before I do something stupid. Fine, Lena said. But keep it quiet. Her apartment was small, warm, and cluttered with papers. She opened the door in a hoodie, eyes sharp. You look wrecked, she said. I got wrecked, I replied. By my wife. Sit, she said. I sat on her couch and set the folder on the table. Lena flipped through pages quick. This is serious fraud. It's my name, I said. They used it. She looked up. If you push back, they'll hit harder. I know, I said. I took a breath. One favor. Lena's mouth tightened. Say it. Find a real reason Cassandra married me, I said. Her face went still. Evan, don't soften it, I said. I need the truth. Lena stared like she was weighing my life. Are you sure you want it? I nodded. Truth is all I have left. She closed the folder. Okay, I'll dig, but you don't go alone. I'm already alone, I said. Lena's voice dropped. That's what scares me. I stood. Call me when you have something. Evan, she said as I reached the door. Don't let anger drive. I didn't answer. I couldn't promise it. Night fell. Back at my apartment, my thoughts wouldn't shut up. A knock hit the door hard. I opened it and froze. Noah stood there, hood up, knuckles swollen, cheek marked. Noah, I said. Come in. He stepped inside, eyes down. What happened? I asked. He shook his head. Nothing. Don't lie, I said. His jaw clenched. I went to Derek. My chest tightened. Why? Because I was desperate, he snapped. I thought he'd help. And I asked. Noah's voice cracked with shame. He made me wait. Then he came out smiling. He asked how much my dignity cost. He told me to earn help. I felt my vision sharpen. Did he touch you? Noah shook his head. His guy shoved me when I didn't leave fast enough. I stepped close. Look at me. Noah met my eyes, and I saw the kid who used to trail behind me, trusting me like gravity. I'm sorry, he whispered. I didn't want to drag you into it. You didn't, I said. They did. Noah's lip trembled. Evan, I'm scared. I held his face gently. Listen, nobody touches us again. Noah rubbed his knuckles. Do you think Cassandra knows what Derek does? I swallowed. She knows enough to look away. Then she's guilty, he said. I felt that land like a stone. Maybe, I murmured, or maybe she's trapped too. Either way, it ends. Starting tonight, with me. He swallowed. What are you going to do? I breathed in slow. I'm going to make them regret knowing my name. Noah's eyes filled. Just don't lose yourself. My phone rang before I could answer. Lena. I picked up. Talk to me. Her voice was low and shaking. Evan. Cassandra's first husband didn't leave her. He disappeared. My throat went dry. What? I found records, she whispered. And someone who remembers him. This is bigger than your job. I stared at Noah's bruised hands and the folder on my table. Send me everything, I said. Be careful, Lena warned. I whispered too late. I met Lena in a quiet parking garage under a flickering light. My footsteps echoed. Lena leaned on her car, hood up, eyes sweeping the corners. You're late, she said. I didn't want to tail, I replied. Show me. She opened her trunk and handed me a manila envelope. Photos and a police report. Both lost on purpose. I flipped through the pictures. A man with dark hair, tired eyes, his arm around a younger Cassandra. They smiled like they had secrets and hope. Julian Vale, I said. Lena nodded. Her first husband. My stomach rolled. She told me he was unstable. That was the story they sold, Lena said. Read the report. I scanned the paper. Missing person. Filed, transferred, then thin and incomplete. Half the pages are gone, I muttered. A cop I trust says the file vanished for years, she said. Then it came back with holes. Why bury it? I asked. Because Julian accused the company of fraud, Lena replied. He said he had proof. And the official story is he ran away, I said. Yeah, she answered. The real story is nobody knows what happened after he left the office that night. I closed the envelope. Cassandra never told me any of this. She wouldn't, Lena said. If she admits Julian didn't run, she has to admit the company isn't just dirty. It's dangerous. I felt cold behind my ribs. So what do I do? You stop reacting, she said. You start hunting. Send me copies, I said. I already did, she replied, then grabbed my sleeve. And Evan, don't confront her yet. I won't, I lied. Lena's eyes narrowed. Promise me you'll think first. I pulled free. Thinking is what got me erased. She exhaled. Then be smart anyway. I found Victor at his usual diner booth. Coffee untouched. Eyes on the door. You look sick, he said. I learned about Julian, I replied. Cassandra's first husband. Victor's face stayed still. Lena, confirm it? I slid the photos across. Missing after accusing the company of fraud. Victor tapped the table once. Leverage. It feels like poison, I said. She told me he was unstable. Victor's voice went flat. That's what people say when someone threatens their money. I leaned in. Was he erased like me? Victor held my gaze. Don't chase ghosts. Chase proof. Then give me a path, I said. Victor nodded. Tonight. Private investor event. Fake name. I let out a dry laugh. I don't do masks anymore. You do, he said. You just forgot how to wear yours. That night, I wore a suit Victor arranged. Hair neat, face calm. In the mirror, I saw the old version of me. Quiet danger behind polite eyes. I hated how natural it felt. Victor adjusted my tie. Name is Evan Cole, he said. You don't beg. You offer. What am I offering? I asked. A reason to fear you again, he replied. The venue was all soft music and sharp smiles. A waiter offered champagne. I took it and didn't drink. A woman approached like she owned the air. Blonde hair, cold eyes, a smile that didn't waste warmth. She looked straight at me. Evan Cross, she said softly. I thought you were dead. My grip tightened. Not yet. Victor's shoulders stiffened. Rhea Morgan, he said. Rhea's gaze stayed on me. You disappeared on purpose. I tried, I said. And your CEO wife threw you out anyway, she replied. You seem informed, I said. I pay for information, Rhea said. It's cheaper than mistakes. I kept my voice smooth. What do you want? A deal, she said. I'll back your comeback. Quiet money. Loud pressure. But you bring me proof the company is dirty. I didn't blink. If I bring it, then I help you take what you want, she said. Revenge, justice, control. Call it whatever lets you sleep. Why help me? I asked. Rhea shrugged. I hate sloppy power. And I like watching arrogant people fall. Victor said, we'll consider it. Rhea's eyes stayed on mine. Don't take long. Enemies move faster than grief. I nodded. I'll be in touch. Rhea slipped a black card in my palm. One call, she said. Don't waste it on pride. I stared at the card. No logo, just a number. You want to bet on me? I don't bet, she replied. I calculate. Victor cleared his throat. Rhea, we're not here to start a war. She smiled thinly. War started when they priced him at $70. My jaw tightened. You heard about that? Rhea's eyes stayed cold. I hear what matters. Victor leaned toward me and murmured, hide your anger. People buy emotions like stock. I nodded. Then I'll sell them fear. I whispered. I left the main room for air. The hallway outside was darker and quiet. Derek waited there, hands in his pockets like we were friends. He grinned. You should have stayed gone. I stopped close enough to smell his cologne. You should have paid more. Derek laughed, still pretending you matter. I leaned in, voice low. You bought my exit cheap. You'll pay expensive. His smile twitched. You think you scare me? I think you're finally listening, I said. Derek lifted his phone. Then listen to this. My own phone buzzed. A video message appeared. Unknown number, one new file. Derek's voice dropped to a whisper. Press play. I pressed play. I sprinted out of the venue with Derek's video burning in my palm. My lungs felt too small for the air. I didn't call Victor. I didn't think. I just drove, swerving. Noah's location pin sat over a side street near his building. I jumped the curb, shoved my car into a spot, and ran. I heard my own blood louder than the city. Two men stood in the alley, shadows with shoulders. Noah was between them, hands up, face pale. One man held his jacket like a leash. Hey, I shouted. The bigger one turned. Wrong alley, buddy. Noah's eyes found me. Evan. A voice behind me said, step back. Hands where I can see them. I froze and lifted my hands. A cop stood at the alley mouth, weapon low but ready. His eyes were tired, like he'd seen too much and slept too little. Officer, I said, that's my brother. Yeah, he replied. Then tell him to stop hanging out with idiots. The smaller thug sneered. This ain't your problem, cop. The officer didn't blink. It is now. Let him go. The bigger thug tightened his grip on Noah. Or what? The officer's voice stayed flat. Or you spend the night in a cell and the next year regretting it. I stepped closer. Noah, come to me. The bigger thug shoved Noah forward. Noah stumbled, and I caught him by the shoulders. The officer snapped, both of you walk. Now. The thugs backed away, cursing under their breath. The officer watched until they vanished, then nodded at Noah. You hurt. Noah swallowed. Just scared. I turned to the officer. Thank you. He studied my suit and my face. Name? Evan Cross, I said. His eyebrows lifted. That Evan Cross? The one who got canned today. I felt heat rise. Yeah. He sighed. I'm Officer Sam Rivera. And listen, Evan, this isn't just corporate games. People get hurt. I wanted to say I knew, but I didn't. Not like this. Not with my brothers shaking hands in mine. Noah grabbed my sleeve. Please, Evan, stop. I stared at him. Stop what? This, he said. The revenge. The digging. She's your wife. My jaw clenched. She stopped being my wife when she priced me at $70. Noah flinched like I slapped him. Don't say it like that. How should I say it? I snapped. She signed me out like I was office trash. Officer Rivera stepped between us. Hey, breathe. Both of you. Noah whispered. I went to Derek because I thought he'd help me. He made me feel small. I looked at Noah's bruised knuckles. He touched you? No, Noah said quickly. He wanted to. He wanted me to beg. My hands curled into fists. I'm going to end him. Officer Rivera's eyes narrowed. You touch him, and you're the one in cuffs. I forced my fingers open. I'm not asking for permission. Rivera's voice hardened. I'm not giving it. I'm warning you. Guys like Derek don't lose clean. My phone finally rang. Victor's name flashed. I answered without looking away from the alley. Report, Victor said. Noah's alive, I replied. Victor exhaled. Good. Get him safe. Then call me. Don't chase Derek blind. Rivera heard the name and frowned. You have help? Not the kind you think, I said, and ended the call. Noah breathed. Evan, please. I can take the hit. I can move. I just need you alive. I swallowed the burn in my throat. Get in the car. Rivera said, I'll file a report. It won't do much, but it puts this alley on record. Why help me? I asked. He shrugged. I hate rich criminals who think money buys silence. Noah gave a shaky laugh. Then you must hate half the city. Rivera's mouth twitched. You have no idea. I drove Noah home and sat with him until his hand stopped shaking. When he finally fell asleep on my couch, my phone rang with a number I knew by heart. Cassandra. I answered. What? Her voice was soft, almost human. Evan, Derek is out of control. I let out a bitter laugh. So now you remember my name? Don't, she whispered. Don't what? I said. Hurt your feelings? You priced mine at $70. She inhaled, shaky. I never wanted it like this. Then why did you do it? I asked. Silence stretched, heavy and alive. I almost hoped the call would drop. Then she said, because I thought you were using me too. My anger stalled. Using you? Yes, she said. You never told me who you were before me. You never told me why you stopped trading. I thought you married me for the company. I swallowed. I married you because I loved you. Her voice cracked. How am I supposed to believe that now? I stared at Noah asleep, at the bruises I couldn't erase. You made a choice, I said. You chose power. She whispered, I chose survival. And I'm the price, I said. Evan, she said, please be careful. I almost laughed again. Too late. The call ended. I sat in the dark, unsure if I wanted revenge or answers. My phone chimed. A new message from Lena, an audio file attached, plus 3 words. Listen, then run. I pressed play. Cassandra's voice, cold and clear, filled the room. He has to be removed. Permanently, if needed. I played Lena's audio until my thumb went numb. Cassandra's voice kept cutting through my room. Cold, clear, final. He has to be removed. Permanently, if needed. Each time I hit replay, it sounded less like my wife and more like a stranger wearing her mouth. Noah stirred on my couch. Evan, he mumbled. Go back to sleep, I said. He squinted at my face. You're doing that thing again. What thing? The quiet, he whispered. The one that scares me. I swallowed. I'm fine. No, he said. You're not. I grabbed my keys and the folder. Noah sat up fast. Where are you going? To ask my wife a question, I said. He shook his head. At night? After that audio? I'm not asking permission, I said. He reached for my sleeve. Please don't go alone. I've been alone for months, I replied, and walked out before my voice cracked. Cassandra's building had a private elevator and a doorman who used to smile at me. Tonight his smile didn't show up. Mr. Vale isn't expected, he said. I'm expected, I answered. She just doesn't know it yet. He lifted a hand. Sir, I leaned in. If you call security, you'll have to explain why you stopped a resident's husband. His eyes flicked away. Go. The elevator opened into her penthouse like a threat. The door swung before I could knock. Cassandra stood there barefoot, hair loose, face bare. Surprise flashed first, then anger. Evan, she snapped. What are you doing here? I'm listening, I said, and held up my phone. Her eyes locked on it. Give me that. Tell me this isn't you, I said. Her mouth tightened. Come inside. I'm already inside, I replied, stepping past her. She slammed the door. You can't just show up. You can't just erase me, I shot back. She flinched, then hardened. Lower your voice. What? I asked. So the walls don't hear what you said? She crossed her arms. That audio is out of context. Then give me the context, I said. Say it to my face. Her eyes shook just a little. You don't understand what I've been dealing with. Try me, I said. She paced once, like a caged storm. You never told me who you were, she said. Not really. You never let me in. I laughed sharp. You didn't want in. You want a husband shaped like a brochure. That's not fair, she snapped. Neither is $70, I said. Her shoulders dropped, tired for 1 second. I was trying to protect the company. You were trying to protect yourself, I said. She turned away, staring at the city lights. My father built this place on lies, she whispered. Debt hidden under success. Deals signed in backrooms. I didn't know the full shape of it until I became CEO. My jaw tightened. And Derek, he found the evidence, she said, voice thin. Years ago. He kept it. He waited. Waited for what? I asked. For leverage, she said. For me to need him. I stepped closer. So he blackmailed you. She nodded once, like it hurt to admit. He said if I didn't remove you, he'd expose everything. He'd burn the company, the board, my name. He'd take it all. I stared at her. So you chose him. I chose the company, she whispers. I thought I could fix it later. The words hit me like a slow punch. You chose the company, I said, and sacrificed me. Her breath caught. Evan, don't, I said. Don't make it sound like love when it was math. Her eyes filled, but she didn't let a tear fall. You think I didn't pay for it? I hate myself every time I see your face in my head. Then why did you say permanently? I asked. She shut her eyes. Because Derek kept pushing. Because the board kept asking if you were risk. Because I panicked. I held up the phone. That's not panic. That's a sentence. I stepped closer. Did you ever plan to tell me? I asked. Her chin lifted. Tell you what? That my life was built on quicksand. That you were willing to bury me to keep your shoes clean, I said. Her voice rose. You think I enjoyed it? You think I slept? I think you signed papers while I cooked you dinner, I said. She snapped. Stop acting innocent. You had things too. I hid my past. I said, not my vows. She whispered, your past scares me. I answered, your choices scare me more. She opened her eyes, raw now. If Derek falls, I fall too. Good, I said. Then fall. Her voice broke. You want me ruined? I want you honest, I replied. Fall honest. Silence stretched between us. I could hear my own breathing, heavy and ugly. Cassandra whispered, I loved you. I shook my head. Love that tradespeople isn't love. I turned for the door. Cassandra grabbed my wrist. Her fingers were warm, desperate. Evan, she said, if you do this, you'll become a monster again. I looked back at her, at the fear behind her pride. I already am, I said. You just forgot. My phone rang the second I stepped into the elevator. Victor's name. What? I said. His voice was tight. Derek, just move the money. If we don't strike now, you'll take the blame. I didn't sleep. I didn't pray. I just turned cold. Victor's voice stayed in my ear as I drove. Derek, move the money. He's setting you up. I know, I said. Where's the thread? You don't chase him, Victor replied. You choke the air around him. I pulled into a quiet lot. Rhea? Waiting, Victor said. And Evan? No mercy. Rhea Morgan met me in a glass office with a screen full of numbers. You ready to be a problem again? I'm ready to be the answer, I said. Victor pointed at the chart. We leaked just enough truth to shake confidence. Not enough to scream fraud. Enough to whisper risk. Fear makes people run, I said. And running makes prices fall, Rhea added. Then you buy the fear. Buy what? I asked. Control, she said. Cheap. Rhea studied my face. You look like you're choosing to drown. I'm choosing to breathe, I said. Victor's tone softened for 1 second. You want it normal. They punished you for it. I don't want to become that guy again, I muttered. Rhea leaned closer. The guy who wins? The guy who doesn't feel, I said. Victor tapped the table. Feel later. Move now. Rhea slid a second screen toward me. When the fear hits, you buy through shells. Quiet. Clean. And when Derek calls it manipulation? I asked. She shrugged. He'll call anything manipulation when he's losing. I nodded once. Then let him lose loudly. Victor met my eyes. And Evan, if your hands shake today, remember who started this first. For 2 days, I moved like a machine. Burner accounts. Short tips. Real details, small enough to deny, sharp enough to cut. A delayed filing. A strange transfer. A bonus paid early. Investors started asking questions. The stock trembled. Derek's world shook. Victor called at dawn. He's calling emergency meetings. Good, I said. Let him sweat. Officer Rivera met me by a courthouse cafe, badge hidden under a jacket. He looked like he hated my suit. You're playing with sharks, he said. I'm feeding them, I replied. I'm not your friend, Rivera warned. I didn't ask for friendship, I said. I asked for paper. Anything tying Derek to threats and dirty cash. Rivera's eyes narrowed. And if it ties you too, then I deserve cuffs, I said. He hated that, but he nodded. I'll pull what I can. Quiet. That afternoon, Maya texted, service door. 5 minutes. She stood pale and shaking. I can't breathe, she whispered. Derek is watching everything. Talk fast, I said. She shoved a flash drive into my palm. Emails. Fake invoices. Transfers. Derek stole for years. I stared at it. Why now? He told me to delete things and blame you, she said. I couldn't. I leaned in. Is Cassandra in it? Sometimes, Maya admitted. But Derek isn't the top. My skin went tight. Who is? Maya swallowed. Harold Crane. The name felt like ice water. Board chair. Smooth voice. Hidden teeth. Prove it, I said. Maya handed me one printed page. Meeting notes. Harold ordered your removal. Clean break. No noise. Derek just carried it. I breathed out slow. So Derek's the knife. And Harold is the hand, she whispered. Go home, I said. No calls. No messages. Survive. Night came. Victor led me into an underground parking level beneath a private club. Derek is coming, he said. Rhea's voice buzzed in my earpiece. Remember, evidence, not rage. I'm not here to feel better, I said. I'm here to end it. Derek's footsteps echoed. He walked in smiling like he already won. Look who crawled back. Playing traitor again. I stepped from behind a pillar. You moved the money. His smile twitched. So what? You can't touch me. Harold can't, I said. Derek froze, then laughed, sharp and ugly. You think you found the wizard behind the curtain? I found a hand holding your leash, I said. His eyes went wild. She never loved you, he spat. Cassandra used you. My fist moved once. It hit. Derek stumbled back, shocked. My knuckles hurt. My chest stayed empty. He wiped his lip and laughed like a cornered animal. That's your revenge? I'm recording, I said, raising my phone. You think a recording saves you? He sneered. It saves the truth, I said. Derek's grin cracked. Truth? Fine. Julian didn't disappear. My vision sharpened. Say that again. He leaned in, voice low. Julian tried to expose them. Harold, the board, your sweet wife, someone handled it. Rage flashed white. I wanted to break him. I swallowed it like glass. I kept my voice steady. Say names. Derek smiled. Ask Harold. He smiles while people vanish. I pushed the phone closer. One more time. Julian didn't run. You handled it. Fear blinked in Derek's eyes. Yeah, he muttered. He didn't run. Good, I said. That's all I needed. Rivera's voice cut from the ramp. Hands up. Rivera moved in with two plainclothes officers. Derek's face collapsed. You set me up, Derek hissed. I shook my head. You set yourself up. Rivera snapped cuffs on him. Evan, send me that recording. I will, I said. After I send it to the world. In my car, I called Lena. I have proof, I said. Of what? She asked. Derek. Julian. Harold, I said. Make it public. Lena went quiet, then breathed. If I publish, they'll come for you. I'm counting on it, I replied, and hit send. An hour later, Noah called. Turn on the news. I did. Cassandra's face filled the screen, hands in cuffs, reporters screaming. My stomach dropped. Then the camera panned. Harold Crane stood behind the crowd, untouched, smiling at the camera like the world belonged to him. I didn't sleep. I didn't pray. I just turned cold. Victor's voice stayed in my ear as I drove. Derek moved the money. He's setting you up. I know, I said. Where's the thread? You don't chase him, Victor replied. You choke the air around him. I pulled into a quiet lot. Rhea? Waiting, Victor said. And Evan? No mercy. Rhea Morgan met me in a glass office with a screen full of numbers. You ready to be a problem again? I'm ready to be the answer, I said. Victor pointed at the chart. We leaked just enough truth to shake confidence. Not enough to scream fraud. Enough to whisper risk. Fear makes people run, I said. And running makes prices fall, Rhea added. Then you buy the fear. Buy what? I asked. Control, she said. Cheap. Rhea studied my face. You look like you're choosing to drown. I'm choosing to breathe, I said. Victor's tone softened for 1 second. You want it normal. They punished you for it. I don't want to become that guy again, I muttered. Rhea leaned closer. The guy who wins? The guy who doesn't feel, I said. Victor tapped the table. Feel later. Move now. Rhea slid a second screen toward me. When the fear hits, you buy through shells. Quiet. Clean. And when Derek calls it manipulation? I asked. She shrugged. He'll call anything manipulation when he's losing. I nodded once. Then let him lose loudly. Victor met my eyes. And Evan, if your hands shake today, remember who started this first. For 2 days, I moved like a machine. Burner accounts. Short tips. Real details, small enough to deny, sharp enough to cut. A delayed filing. A strange transfer. A bonus paid early. Investors started asking questions. The stock trembled. Derek's world shook. Victor called at dawn. He's calling emergency meetings. Good, I said. Let him sweat. Officer Rivera met me by a courthouse cafe, badge hidden under a jacket. He looked like he hated my suit. You're playing with sharks, he said. I'm feeding them, I replied. I'm not your friend, Rivera warned. I didn't ask for friendship, I said. I asked for paper. Anything tying Derek to threats and dirty cash. Rivera's eyes narrowed. And if it ties you too, then I deserve cuffs, I said. He hated that, but he nodded. I'll pull what I can. Quiet. That afternoon, Maya texted, service door. 5 minutes. She stood pale and shaking. I can't breathe, she whispered. Derek is watching everything. Talk fast, I said. She shoved a flash drive into my palm. Emails. Fake invoices. Transfers. Derek stole for years. I stared at it. Why now? He told me to delete things and blame you, she said. I couldn't. I leaned in. Is Cassandra in it? Sometimes, Maya admitted. But Derek isn't the top. My skin went tight. Who is? Maya swallowed. Harold Crane. The name felt like ice water. Board chair. Smooth voice. Hidden teeth. Prove it, I said. Maya handed me one printed page. Meeting notes. Harold ordered your removal. Clean break. No noise. Derek just carried it. I breathed out slow. So Derek's the knife. And Harold is the hand, she whispered. Go home, I said. No calls. No messages. Survive. Night came. Victor led me into an underground parking level beneath a private club. Derek is coming, he said. Ria's voice buzzed in my earpiece. Remember, evidence, not rage. I'm not here to feel better, I said. I'm here to end it. Derek's footsteps echoed. He walked in smiling like he already won. Look who crawled back. Playing traitor again. I stepped from behind a pillar. You moved the money. His smile twitched. So what? You can't touch me. Harold can't, I said. Derek froze, then laughed, sharp and ugly. You think you found the wizard behind the curtain? I found a hand holding your leash, I said. His eyes went wild. She never loved you, he spat. Cassandra used you. My fist moved once. It hit. Derek stumbled back, shocked. My knuckles hurt. My chest stayed empty. He wiped his lip and laughed like a cornered animal. That's your revenge? I'm recording, I said, raising my phone. You think a recording saves you? He sneered. It saves the truth, I said. Derek's grin cracked. Truth? Fine. Julian didn't disappear. My vision sharpened. Say that again. He leaned in, voice low. Julian tried to expose them. Harold, the board, your sweet wife, someone handled it. Rage flashed white. I wanted to break him. I swallowed it like glass. I kept my voice steady. Say names. Derek smiled. Ask Harold. He smiles while people vanish. I pushed the phone closer. One more time. Julian didn't run. You handled it. Fear blinked in Derek's eyes. Yeah, he muttered. He didn't run. Good, I said. That's all I needed. Rivera's voice cut from the ramp. Hands up. Rivera moved in with two plainclothes officers. Derek's face collapsed. You set me up, Derek hissed. I shook my head. You set yourself up. Rivera snapped cuffs on him. Evan, send me that recording. I will, I said. After I send it to the world. In my car, I called Lena. I have proof, I said. Of what? She asked. Derek. Julian. Harold, I said. Make it public. Lena went quiet, then breathed. If I publish, they'll come for you. I'm counting on it. I replied and hit send. An hour later, Noah called. Turn on the news. I did. Cassandra's face filled the screen, hands in cuffs, reporters screaming. My stomach dropped. Then the camera panned. Harold Crane stood behind the crowd, untouched, smiling at the camera like the world belonged to him.